We just recently learned some brand new details on Avengers Doomsday, specifically the teams that are involved with fighting Doctor Doom. Yes, that's right, there's more than one team. So in this video, we're going to cover exactly who's going up against Doctor Doom and why this makes a whole lot of sense. So I suppose a spoiler warning is in effect here for the Thunderbolts, but I assume most people that care probably know what happens in the film and how things play out. And I suppose this also includes spoilers for Captain America Brave New World, so I also therefore assume you probably have seen that. So again, this is a spoiler warning, the final spoiler warning I'm going to give here in relation to one plot element of Avengers Doomsday. This being multiple teams. So let's get into who's doing what, and what the big idea is. So in Captain America Brave New World, of course, we saw at the end of the film that the world needs the Avengers and that Sam Wilson is going to be the man to put together a brand new Avengers team. Now, he's already recruited a Falcon to his team, so that's cool. And obviously, by the time we get to Avengers Doomsday, more people will have been recruited. Now, when we get to Thunderbolts, we see what else happens, and that's the formation of the new Avengers. So in case you missed it, yes, the Thunderbolts become the new Avengers. Literally, that's their name. They realized during the course of the film and what was going on that the world needs the Avengers, so instead of calling themselves that, they just become the new Avengers. Obviously, they're new Avengers, as in, yup, this isn't the old ones. We're just the brand new team. You've never seen any of us as members of any of the other teams, or team, I should say, of the Avengers. So here we are, we're the new Avengers. But of course, they are met with Sam Wilson being like, hold up, I own the Avengers name, guys. So, no. Well, yes, but no, you know? So here's where the details start to come in regards to what's going on. So apparently in Avengers Doomsday, what we're going to be seeing is that there's multiple different Avengers teams that have been formed in different corners of not just the main universe, but the multiverse as well. So of course, we're going to have the proper Avengers. Sam Wilson makes sense, right? He's Captain America, he's the leader. You got the new Falcon, Joaquin Torres. Okay, cool. You're probably adding a character in like Wong, or a character like, I don't know, the Hulk when he joins in, and whoever else can be a old-timer Avenger or somebody that's associated with Sam Wilson more closely that he might have recruited. At the same time, you now have the Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers, who are also working as Avengers, who are going to be pulled into this. So that's two different teams of Avengers, right? Now add in a third team, which is apparently the Young Avengers. They're going to be a factor in this as well, and showing that, look, we also got younger people who want to work together and make the world a better place. They're doing their own thing since everybody just figured the Avengers are over. Let's make our own teams. And then you got the final team, which will apparently factor into this. And this goes back to years ago. Old rumors from years ago. And this is the Multiverse Avengers. So as rumors suggest, there's still plenty of characters that have not been announced. All we know is really the main cast. So among the unannounced members is apparently multiple Avengers that are going to be either actors that were once rumored for roles. So think your Tom Cruise as Iron Man, you know? Think actors like that who were rumored or at one point were considered to be characters for Marvel Studios. Hey, look at that. Maybe Sam Worthington can finally be Captain America, huh? Eh? Nobody? Okay, that's what I thought. But okay, apparently this is supposed to be that Multiverse Avengers team that's been put together by somebody. Rumors have suggested for a while that Deadpool might be at the forefront of this, and that he's essentially assembled a Multiverse Avenger best hit or Avengers amalgam style team where he's recruited like, obviously, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, the same one from Deadpool and Wolverine. But also, he's recruited, like, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, right? Possibly Andrew Garfield, Daredevil, Ben Affleck, characters from the multiverse that are sort of one-offs or in their own corner, that they've been recruited by Deadpool to be this Multiverse Avengers team that's going to join the fight. And I guess the big idea in the story here is to use the characters all fighting amongst not just one another, really, because they're all like, wait, we're the Avengers, you're the Avengers, we're all Avengers, but also to add in a little bit of agency to every team. Like, each team specifically thinks that they're in the right and that they know what they're doing, and it's up to Captain America, I would guess, to kind of unite everybody, and assemble everybody, which again does make sense. So, looking at this and all these reports, I mean, this makes sense. Like, clearly, we know Disney and Marvel Studios want the Avengers brand to be bigger than just the Avengers. They've made that explicitly clear since the beginning of the Avengers franchise. Like, they were talking about how there's permutations of the team that they want to eventually get to. Having the Avengers and the new Avengers makes sense. Now, whether or not this whole Multiverse Avengers rumor is true, again, who knows? Because, Scooper's got a scoop. But I think it all makes sense, especially at a surface level. And then when you take a full eagle-eyed view of everything that we know, this makes sense. And all the Avengers aren't going to necessarily want to work together. And some of them are going to butt heads, Like, Sam Wilson is going to be looking at the new Avengers being like, so you guys all are a bunch of criminals and ex-criminals and people that have done bad things, Why should you be the ones that are spearheading this and leading? Like, it's going to be that turmoil that we've seen in Avengers films since the beginning, and I'm fine with that. So I'm getting quite excited by this. Like, it's sounding like we're going to definitely be repeating Infinity War to a degree. It's like, oh, here's different teams and they're off doing their own thing. Then eventually at the end, they're all going to come together. It's kind of a repeat of everything. But if it's handled well and they can kind of frame it in a different way, I can see how it works and how everything would click together to kind of give you a fresh take on that same idea. Especially with the teams all being vastly different. Especially if the multiverse ones are in there. So stay tuned, and hopefully we get some pretty significant leaks in regards to this, because let's be real, we will, because toys are going to be a big thing, and toys always leak info. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.